This one is different. For 10 episodes, this channel walked you through a building, the storehouse in the basement, where every experience leaves a seed, the loop on the floor above, running day and night, insisting the building has an owner, the upper rooms where thoughts get watered into habits and habits into weather. That was the tour. Tonight we open the blueprint. In the 4th century, a monk and philosopher named Vasubandhu compressed the entire map into 30 stanzas. The text is called the Trimsika, the 30 verses. Monks memorized it for centuries, the way you might memorize a formula. Not because it is beautiful, though it is, but because it is dense. Every word is load-bearing. 30 verses, and the whole architecture of the mind is inside them. The storehouse, the loop, the imagined self, and the long, slow turn at the base. So, this is the start of a second line of episodes, roughly 1 verse per month, read slowly, alongside the weekly essays. We will not hurry. The seeds don't. If you are new here, you can enter through this door. You do not need the first 10 episodes, though they are waiting. You need one thing, the willingness to read one sentence more slowly than you have read anything in years. That is the whole method tonight. 1 verse, 2 readings. Here is verse 1, in plain English. Everything we call self, and everything we call things, are designations, convenient labels, laid upon transformations of consciousness. That is the whole verse. One claim. Read it too fast and it sounds like wordplay. Read it slowly and it rearranges the furniture. First reading, first angle. The verse is correcting a sentence you say every day without noticing. The sentence is, there is a self and it has experiences. I had a bad day. I have anxiety. A noun holding its possessions. Vasubandhu's correction. There is experiencing, ongoing, streaming, transforming moment to moment. And self is a name pinned to part of the flow. The flow is not happening to you. The flow is what there is, and you is one of its labels. Second reading, second angle. Watch the grammar. Every language you know builds its sentences from nouns doing things. So the mind which thinks in sentences assumes the world is made of nouns. It assumes you are one. Verse 1 says, look closer. Where you expect to find a thing, there is a process. Where you expect a possessor, there is possessioning, if the language allowed such a word. You are not a noun having a hard time. You are a verb being narrated. Vasubandhu's term for the flow was Vijnana Parinama, the transformation of consciousness, not consciousness that transforms, as if a thing changed its clothes. The transforming is the consciousness. And his word for the labels was, roughly, upachara, a manner of speaking, useful in conversation, expensive when believed. What does designation mean, concretely? Take the word fist. A fist is real. It can knock on a door. It can break one. Nobody argues with a fist. Now open the fingers and look for it. Not the hand, the fist. It is gone, and it was never there as a thing. It was a configuration, a verb wearing a noun's name. Real as a fist, true as a function, findable nowhere once the fingers open. Self works the same way, on a longer timescale. Real as a function. It signs contracts, holds grudges, shows up to work. Useful label, terrible master. Because the moment you believe the label names a thing, something in the mind takes a job defending that thing, full time, no holidays. You have met this employee. Episode 2 called it the loop. Vasubandhu calls it manas, the 7th consciousness, whose entire career is mistaking the storehouse for a self, and then guarding it. The worry at 3 in the morning is not analysis. It is the defense of the label. The loop replaying the conversation from Tuesday is not looking for information. It is repairing the noun, patching the story of the kind of person you are in an argument nobody else remembers having. And this is why maintaining a self is so tiring. You keep a consistent character across every room you enter. Competent here, easygoing there, fine, always fine. And the upkeep never stops, because a designation has no substance of its own. It exists only as long as it is being asserted. A fist only exists while the hand is clenched. Verse 1 contains one more move, and Vasubandhu makes it almost in passing. The flow, he says, transforms in 3 ways, 3 registers of the one process. The deep one, the storehouse, alaya vijnana, the underground level where seeds are kept and quietly ripen. Episode 5 walked its floor. The self-making one, manas, the loop, which reads the storehouse and concludes, with total confidence and no credentials, that it has found an owner. And the manifest ones, thinking, and the 5 senses, the surface where experience actually shows up, where the day happens. 3 transformations. That is the entire table of contents of the 30 verses, folded into half a stanza. We will spend months inside each, and we will not expand them tonight, because Vasubandhu didn't either. Tonight, only the shape, deep, self-making, manifest. A basement, a doorman, and the weather upstairs. Hold the shape loosely. It will carry everything that follows. Now, the honest part. Nothing about verse 1 makes tonight easier by itself. You can understand that the self is a designation and still lie awake defending it. Understanding a mechanism is not the same as disengaging it. Anyone who has understood their own procrastination knows this. But the verse does something quieter. It relocates the problem. If the self being defended at 3 a.m. is a designation, a fist, not a hand, then the defense budget is negotiable. Not cancelable, negotiable. The question stops being, how do I win this argument with my own mind? And becomes, how much am I paying to maintain a label, and who set the price? That renegotiation is the entire practice life of the first 10 episodes. The counting, the naming, the watching. What changes tonight is that the source text is open on the table. You can hear the shift in ordinary grammar. I am anxious and anxiety is passing through describe the same weather, but the first sentence changed the weather to the noun. The second lets it be a verb among verbs. Same facts, different grammar, different weight. For what it's worth, this is not an antique position, that the self is a process and a story rather than a fixed entity is a live topic across philosophy of mind and cognitive science. Nobody copied anyone. The coordinates converge 16 centuries apart, and the resemblance is not subtle. And the standing caveat, stated plainly, this is philosophy, not treatment. If your mind feels frightening rather than merely loud, a professional, a real person in a real room, beats any video, including this one. The practice this month is small, which is deliberate. Verse 1 is about grammar, so the practice is grammar. Once today, once is enough. Catch one I am X sentence as it happens. I am anxious, I am behind, I am bad at this. Then restate it once silently. X is passing through. Anxiety is passing through. Behindness is passing through, if the language allows it. Not as an affirmation, not to make the sentence truer, or kinder, or more spiritual. As grammar, you are checking a translation. Then notice one thing only. Whether the sentence weighs the same in both forms. Maybe it does. That is a finding too. You aren't trying to feel better. You are testing whether Vasubandhu's first verse describes your mind or does not. He would want it tested. If you forget, nothing is lost. The verse has waited 1600 years. It can wait until Thursday. Next month, this series enters the first transformation, the storehouse itself, read from Vasubandhu's own lines. The weekly essays continue as usual. The map has more rooms. For tonight, one verse, two readings, one swapped sentence. You are not a noun having a hard time. You are a verb being narrated. You do not need to fix the narration tonight. Seen is enough.